Hello, and welcome to Continental News Network. It's February 2nd, 1848, and the Mexican-American War has finally ended with the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. This two-year war began as a border dispute between Texas and Mexico. Southerners rushed to support Texas, hoping it would be added to the Union as a slave state, its large size greatly increasing their power in the House.
However, Northerners were reluctant to support the war for the same reason. They feared that Southern slave power would take over. And now we have a clip of President Polk announcing the signing of the treaty.
I'm proud to announce the signing of the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. The war with Mexico has finally come to an end. Texas's border is set at the Rio Grande, and Texas is now officially part of the Union.
Today, September 20th, 1850, the final bill of the Compromise of 1850 has been passed. These bills have greatly expanded the U.S. California has been admitted as a free state, but New Mexico and Utah have no restrictions on slavery. Texas has ceded some land to New Mexico in exchange for the government paying its debts. The slave trade is now illegal in D.C., and the fugitive slave law has been passed. The North is very happy that California will be coming in as a free state, as this will increase their power in the House. The North is also glad that slave trading is now illegal in D.C. Southerners are very, very happy with the passing of the fugitive slave law. It seems that the North and the South have finally reached a compromise that they can both agree on, but sadly that is not the case. Both the North and the South are very upset over the passing of the laws that they opposed. Tensions are growing between the North and the South. We'll be right back after this.
I'm Stephen Douglas, and I approve this message. Henry Clay had some good ideas. It's a shame he didn't live to see them fulfilled. But I, Stephen Douglas, I took his Compromise of 1850, and I split it up into 5 separate bills that passed in Congress. Remember that when you go to the polls to vote for your senator from Illinois. Stephen Douglas, a vote for me is a vote for progress. One of the laws passed was the Fugitive Slave Law. This law declares that all runaway slaves must be sent back to their masters. Even if the slaves have reached free states, they can still be recaptured, and now Northerners must assist the slave catchers. The South is giddy with this victory, but Northerners are extremely upset with the laws forcing them to aid slave catchers. Some Northerners are also accusing courts of declaring free blacks to be slaves even when they are not. We have live footage of a slave being captured.
What a beautiful night in Pennsylvania!
Help! I'm an escaped slave. Help me! Help me!
Okay! You're in the North now! It's okay!
No, you have to help me bring him back. He's my slave.
This is a free state!
Too bad. He's from South Carolina and the Fugitive Slave Act says you have to help me get. Come on.
Harriet Beecher Stowe recently published Uncle Tom's Cabin, a novel exposing the horrors of slavery. Southerners are up in arms over this book, claiming that it inaccurately depicts slavery. Northerners are appalled and shocked. In any case, the abolitionist movement in the North is now more popular than ever.
Hello, I'm Harriet Beecher Stowe, and I recently published the book Uncle Tom's Cabin. This book is a startling expose of the horrors and terrors of slavery. And now we have your limited edition copy. Leather-bound, gold embossed cover, with a foreword by yours truly. Call right now 1-800-ABOLITION to get your limited edition copy of Uncle Tom's Cabin, the book that single-handedly started the abolition movement in the North.
It is May 30th, 1854, and the Kansas-Nebraska Act has just passed. This act, designed by Senator Douglas, opened the territories of Kansas and Nebraska to expansion and is allowing the settlers of Kansas and Nebraska territories to vote on whether they will be slave states or free states. Southerners are happy about this act, as it opens the possibility of slavery above the 36th parallel, the line determined in the Missouri Compromise. Northerners, however, fear this will happen, and that slavery will no longer be able to be limited. And now we have a word from our sponsor.
Some have accused me of being greedy and capitalist, but to those critics I say nay. Sure, I wished for the Kansas and Nebraska territories to become states of the U.S., so I could build a railway line from Chicago to California. But I quickly saw that the only way the South would allow this to happen is if they were allowed the principle of popular sovereignty, or the right to vote for themselves whether they would be free states or slave states. Congress agreed with me and passed my Kansas-Nebraska Act. Keep that in mind when you go to vote for your senator from Illinois. Remember, a vote for Douglas is a vote for progress.